Hey there, Internet. I'm Kyle. Apparently, today I am doing something I've wanted to do for a very, very, very long time since I started this channel, which is playing through one of my favorite games of all time. This has taken quite a bit of doing. This is a game that really, really defined my childhood and really reshaped my taste in games in general. And it's been kind of hard to bring myself to record as a let's play just because of the nature of the game. But I think I finally figured out how I want to do it. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But yeah, this is one of my this is my favorite game of all time. As you can see, I got the entire Ogre Battle series back there. I love this series in general. Matsuno is god of RPGs. One limitation besides just the style of gameplay that I don't think necessarily lends itself to like kind of my more freeform, less edited Let's Plays. But other than that, the other limitation on this is it's a very, very hard game to emulate. Very difficult. So, in lieu of losing graphical quality by running my 64 into a converter box and then into my capture card, I've decided to play it all on my Wii U gamepad. So if you see any soft glow underneath my face during this, it'll be from the gamepad. But yeah, this is easily, easily my favorite game of all time. As a kid, I played Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo, but I opted to get a 64 instead of a PlayStation, and I didn't really get to play the classics on the PS1 until middle school when I went and got my own PlayStation 1. So I was always jealous of my friends because there were no good RPGs on the N64. I fell into the same trap a lot of us did, I think, and I got Quest 64, and that game is not good. So when I saw this advertising Nintendo Power, I became obsessed. Like, I remember taking that issue with me on a vacation to Florida with my family, and I basically just spent the entire time reading about this game that was going to come out, and I think I ended up trying to draw a bunch of characters from it, and I think I even tried to make like a little card game on like 3x5 index cards. It wasn't very good, I'm sure, but that should just tell you how into this game I was when it was coming out. Because yet again, yeah, I was already a big RPG fan, but like the N64 really didn't have very many, especially more of the turn-based ones that I really enjoy. I've been rambling a bit, so let's get started here. We're gonna start a new game. So, oh, sorry, let me get start. There we go. Okay, so like I was discussing, if you haven't played this game before, this game, actually, you know what? Hold that thought. We're getting right into the plot. You're leaving tomorrow. Yeah. Why can't you stay here? Why the military academy? Why? God knows where my mother is. Oh wait, that's the other guy. And I can't stand being around my father. I'm leaving. Yumel. I promise I'll make you proud. I have to learn to stand on my own. So I can protect both of us. Scene. Okay. Sorry, guys. So 6 years later. Okay, we got more. We're just gonna go right into the plot. I'll try not to talk over it too much because it is a very good plot. Ishka Military Academy graduation ceremony. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite features of the Ogre Battle series, and it's prevalent through all of them. So at the beginning of the game, normally you would name your main character, but in this, there's actually an entire system that predetermines a lot of things. So this game is a strategy game. So I'm going to have a big army with multiple units. And this is going to predetermine what units I get out of the gate, starting equipment, and a couple other things. And I really enjoy that because it doesn't tell you that that's what's going to happen. So it kind of catches you off guard. So we got this old guy here, Archbishop Odiron. He who has learned the way of the sword and God's teachings, in accordance with the tradition since the days of the progenitor. That's a weird word. I shall now complete thy training with an oath to our mother Beth. What is thy name? I'm gonna just go with the name I always use for almost all RPGs. And that is gonna be... Cal. Alright. Okay, use D-pad. Cool. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually held a Wii U controller. It is large. I guess it could technically just be down here. What is the date of thy birth? Okay, so I always thought this was really cool as a kid. Because it starts the day before my birthday, so I don't have very far to go. And if you want to know what my birthday was, there you go. I'm a Leo. Cal Gallant, I ask thee, what does thy hold within thy sword? Alright, so like I said, these actually affect a lot of things, these choices you make here. But normally I would just have pulled up a big list where I would know exactly what I'm getting. But instead of doing that, I'm going to kind of just shoot from the hip and answer things that I would legitimately answer here. So what do I hold within my sword? Wouldn't say talent. Passion and belief are the ones. I'll go with belief. I do believe in people and things, even though it's hard to a lot of the times. I want to believe. What shalt thou sever with thy sword? Alright, this one's easy. Greed. With my sword, I will sever greed. For what shalt thou beseech the gods? Let's see, sacrifice does not seem like something I want to ask the gods for. That sounds bad. Triumph is good. Might, purity, I'll go with valor. Shall beseech the gods for valor. Yes. Steely resolve. What shalt thou offer the gods? Truth or freedom? Go with freedom. I will offer the gods freedom. What does thou wish for? Yeah, reform for sure. I wish for reform on this land. What shalt thou rid this land of? Don't want to rid of changes. Law, perhaps. Honor, rule. Yeah, let's get rule. Oh, rid this land of rule. Yeah. Feel free to draw your own conclusions on my own morals and ethics based on those choices. Okay, so, and this is where you get to pick what element your character will be aligned with. It affects a good number of things. I know being a Leo that I believe I'm supposed to be a fire sign, but in all honesty, when it comes to these kind of magical choices, I always tend to go with lightning or wind. Just because. I shall ask for the swift wind for help. Upon thy departure, I bestow these gifts. Okay, so yeah. All those questions just determined what units we're going to start off with, and also starting equipment. The big one you really want to get out of the gate is a blessed sword. So hopefully my answers yielded that. Yes, 1 blessed sword. Perfect. Awesome. And the Pedra of Wind. Very cool. Very cool. I know I keep getting, like, off topic. I remember what I was talking about prior to that. Okay, so this is just a long cutscene. This is a good time to discuss the game. So for those of you who have never played this game or seen an Ogre Battle game, essentially it's a big kind of real-time strategy RPG, for lack of a better way to describe it. I'm going to have units. I'll be deploying them throughout a map to capture forts and battle enemy units. And that doesn't really lend itself well to a Let's Play, because typically you will go a good 2 or 3 minutes at a time with your units just walking around the map before they encounter anything, and there's just like a lot of dead time. Not a bad thing. This is like a really chill game, and like when I found out it was on the Wii U back in the day, I was super stoked because it's like a perfect couch game. Yeah, if you still have a Wii U, 100% spend the $10 to get this. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to kind of heavily edit the portions of the game, the missions, the scenes. We're going to do 1 scene per episode, and I'm going to edit down a lot of the downtime unless you guys come up with some kind of topic or something you would like me to talk about. Feel free to put that down below. Also, I will be getting a metric butt ton of units, so if you would like to be included in my playthrough of Ogre Battle 64, just comment your name down below, or whatever name you would like me to name a unit after you. And if you die, I will scream your death, your name. I will scream your name very dramatically upon your death. All right, Southern Region, Acker Castle. And like most of my Let's Play series, this one is going to have a rather lengthy first episode just because it takes a while to get into it. So buckle up, buckaroos. Welcome to the Palatian Army, Southern Division. I'm sure you all know that Alba is the most rugged region in Palentius. Sorry, I'm going to have to get re-used to these names. It looks like some of you are graduates from the military academy in the central region. I have absolutely no idea why you people chose to come here of all places. Did you think you could slack off? If that's the case, then I suggest you think again. Don't expect any special treatment. All that counts is your ability. Remember that. That's all I have to say at this point. Now I want you to go on a training exercise. Ariash, take care of the rest. I will be slacking off in my chair over here. Before we start the exercise, we must get organized. Monel, Cal, Diomedes, Mintuer, Leah, Alex. You were selected as command candidates. Wait in the hall. Alright. You will interview with your advisor in a little while. Follow your advisor's instructions and work hard to become competent soldiers. That is all. No questions asked. Understood? Yes, sir. Then get moving. Alright. Come in. Trying to figure out what kind of voice I want to do for old Hugo here. It might get into, oh god, what's the guy's name from Diablo? The, you have a great treasure in that Heroderic cube. What's his name? I forget his name. We're gonna get into that territory more than likely, though. Cal Gallant, reporting as requested, sir. Alright, let's see. Well, Sean Connery, maybe. Just a dash. So you're Cal. I see. Huh? My name is Hugo Miller. I'm your advisor. Graduated from the Ishka Military Academy, eh? What, are you nervous? Don't worry, I'm here to guide you. You'll get used to it in time. Alright, you're dismissed. Head to 10A Plains and get ready for training. We will begin as soon as everyone's arrived. Excuse me, sir, but is that it? When you get old, you can tell a lot by looking at people's faces. While we lack strength, our knowledge and experience more than make up for that. And, to tell you the truth, I've known about you for a long time. Come on, get out of here. Looks like the next guy's waiting. Go get ready for training, understood? Yes, sir. Don't. Diomedes Rangu. Reporting as requested, sir. You're Diomedes, eh? Who the hell are you? What's a fossil like you doing? Oh no. Don't tell me you're my superior. Womp womp. So I'm gonna revert to the pronunciation of the names I've always used. I know that that's a very Greek name, and I'm sure his name is actually supposed to be pronounced like Diomedes or something like that. I'm gonna call him Diomedes just because that's how I've always said it. So real quickly though, let's take a gander at what units we ended up with here. All right, so we got a knight unit and a witch unit. Okay, that is okay. So I guess this is a good opportunity for me to kind of explain how the units work as I redo these formations because they're awful. All right, so as you can see, we got a 3x3 grid here. There's a front row, a back row, or middle row, and a back row. And each unit, depending on their class, will have a different number of attacks and a different attack sometimes, depending on what row they're in. So you can see me, I get 2 attacks in the back row, 1 in the middle, and 2 up front. Also, generally speaking, with like melee characters, being in the front row, you'll do more damage than you will than if you come running it from the back row. So as we can see, the archers get 2 attacks in the back row. So there we go. That's a competent unit right there. All right, and let's see. This one shouldn't be that bad. Bonk. There, it's perfect. And then we got the witch unit, which is just all kinds of bad. Put all y'all in the back row. And so these little guys, though, these soldiers, so you don't really have like a tool to recruit new members into your army. There's not like a place you can just go and get more. You'll get some throughout the story of this game. Like as you go through the main story, you'll add units with really cool NPCs and all that. But for the most part, any other growth, you have to put these guys in your units. And I like to do this really early in the game. Because essentially if these guys survive, I think it's like 10 encounters, there's a chance that they'll be promoted into a soldier. Or into another unit. So if it's a male unit, it'll be, what are these guys called? I always forget. Let me get into the character options real quick. Because I do need to equip a sword to myself. A fighter. So if it's a male, it'll be a fighter. If it's a female unit, it'll be an Amazon. And this is why we want to get the Blessed Sword right out of the gate. Alright. Looking good. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. And this is one of the cool things, too, is outside of your main characters, you can always just rename people. So, this knight, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to name him after my buddy James. He has been on the channel once or twice. He's a good dude. Bonk. And I'm going to name this witch after my very, very lovely girlfriend, who may or may not also have incredible witch powers. Alright. There we go. Bonk. And yeah, you can always change those on the fly. It's pretty nice. It's good stuff. Alright. So, on to our first mission. Scene 1. The Southern Reaches. So yeah, like I was alluding to earlier, each episode will be an individual mission or scene, just because they take a long time to do. And these won't be things that will just come out real regularly. I'm going to try and get like maybe one a week or so, just because they're going to have to be heavily edited. So these will just be coming out periodically, and eventually we'll get through the whole story. Yeah. Oh, and before each scene, you get a cool scene where what's happening is explained to you, like strategy and whatnot. Dio meets Rangu, reporting as requested, sir. Oh, I didn't expect you two to arrive at the same time. This is awkward. Nice and prompt. I hope you came prepared, Diomedes. Why just me? Man, that pisses me off. And call me Dio, right? You two, you better not call me Diomedes, or else. It's me, Dio! Okay, will you calm down? I want you to head for Theodoricus Mine. That's a hard one. This game does not pull punches with crazy words. There's been quite a number of incidents recently where the workers were attacked by wild beasts. In addition, there are bandits in the area. Locals are very concerned about the situation. Now go take care of it. Take a look at this map. Alright, so yeah, like I said, before every scene, your advisor will show you a map that will give you a breakdown of the area and what your target is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this because he really just kind of gets long-winded here. Because it's the first one. Just know that that red square, that's where we need to go. That's the mine. Alright, Cal, you command the troops. You can handle it, can you? This is an order. Let's start the training. I'll be waiting outside. Hey, wait a minute. What's this all about? You make some snap judgment on something like that without a test or anything? I tested each of you in my own way. Besides, it's only temporary. Don't make such a fuss about it. You hear me? Man, he's got old man scolded. Burn. Why do you get to be the commander? Come on, let's take it outside. Woof. Don't conduct yourself in that manner. It's pretty lame. I challenge you one-on-one. I don't mind if you're strong, but I won't let anyone weaker than me be my commander. Okay, so this is another early game thing that actually affects a lot of the story. So we got Dio over here who's pissed that you were just seemingly arbitrarily made the commander of this unit, and he's challenging you to a fight. You know what? I'm trying to say, right? Fight me. So you are given the choice on whether to fight him or not, and it does have implications down the road. So, now pass. No, I won't. What's the big deal about who's better than who anyway? I don't mind if you're the commander. What are you saying? You're so superior that you don't care? Are you mocking me because I'm from the South? Oh, I forgot he's Southern. Should I give him a Southern accent? I'm not very good at Southern accents. Maybe I shouldn't. Get a hold of yourself, Dio. Why do you get so angry? Don't be so rash. The rest of your life isn't set in stone, right? But... enough! You'll eventually understand your shortcomings. Meh. For now, follow my orders. I'll assess your skills according to your performance. Don't go take care of those beasts if you want to make a name for yourself. Damn it, we're not janitors, we're soldiers. Stop complaining and get your butts moving. Laying down the law. Love it. Alright, so here we are. Take over the enemy headquarters. Invasion, yeah, so if I die or our headquarters are captured by the enemy, you lose. Game over. Alright, so, yeah, it's cool. So we'll pause, and really quickly, I think we got a couple more units now. The DO's here. Yep. Cool. So this is the rest of our army. And, some of these are just awful. Alright. So we're gonna do some shuffling real quick here. Because these are not great. This one's fine. So, as you can see, we got a big golem in this unit. And he kind of just places squares. So, when you have a monster in your party, he takes up 2 slots. So you can have 1 less character in that party. Or, whatever you call it, unit, I guess. You can have 1 less character in that unit. So we could have a maximum of 4. If you have 2 beasts, you can only have 2 beasts and 1 other. I think. I forget how it works. But you can't place things on squares around it. So it's important when you're doing that. This unit's actually pretty good. But also, I'm going to need this unit to be a little more fair, I guess. Okay, so actually, you know what? Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take you 2 out. And then we're going to add you 2 to this unit. And then we're going to mess with your formations. So yeah, I think it is best to try and start growing soldiers as quickly as possible in this game. It just helps you later on in the game. We'll move you up here. You can be there. And then Theo get in the front. And you guys, doesn't really matter where you go, but I'm gonna just keep you up front for nice symmetry. Alright, looks like everyone's good to go here. Alright, and we will dispatch all of our units. Alright. So, this is the game map. As you can see, there are towns and strongholds and all kinds of things. And we're just going to direct our units to go to certain places. So, this is the target right here. And you can see in the towns, it gives you a population and it also gives you a morale. So, this game has an invisible scale, basically, that you affect throughout the entire game, given whatever actions you take in these missions, but also in your dialogue choices throughout the game. And it basically depends on... It'll basically dictate whether you get a good ending or a bad ending. The first time I beat this game, I got the worst possible ending because I didn't understand that that was happening. So you can see the morality of each place. And you really want to try and send a unit to capture a town that has a similar morality. And, you know, it's early in the game. But even then, like, you know, Bordeaux here has a really high morality. So whoever captures that, it's not going to be good unless they themselves... I forget if it... I'm trying to remember how the scale works. Let me just check status here. So it's that scale next to my element and my name there. So I'm, like, super duper neutral, which is fine. I don't think I actually have a lawful unit. Oh, James is. Okay, so we're going to send James to capture that one. Okay, so yeah, this is the main gameplay. Here we go. So I'm just going to start telling my boys where to go. Alright, location. And we'll capture this stronghold. And then James, we'll have you cut through the woods here. Capture this. So this is one thing I like to do in the game. I'll have 2 lead units, so it's going to be James and myself, because we're like probably the best from a combat perspective. I'll unpause after giving them the initial commands, so they can just get a little bit ahead of everyone else. And then I will have everyone else follow suit. That is going to go with us, at least. Like I said, played this game a lot. So I got some pretty sick strats. I will send Diomedes with James. And I'll probably show a little bit more of this mission than I will future ones, just because it's not the longest one. You always want to leave 1 unit to defend your stronghold. I'm going to leave the Golem unit just because it's got good defense. I don't think anyone's going to slip past us, but just in case. Alright, and go. But yeah, since this is kind of a shorter mission, I'll probably end up showing a lot more of this one than I will future ones. Also, that way I can kind of explain what's going on as it's happening. I don't know why Dio is using the road. I thought I gave him a route through the woods. So that's one thing that will happen, though, if you do not give them little points on the map. They will straight up just take the road, and it will take forever. And some units move way faster in certain terrain than others. I forget who's fast in the woods. I think it might be ninjas fast in the woods. Yeah, look at all these guys. Oh, what'd you find? But yeah, like I was alluding to, there's a lot of downtime in this game. Alright, it's our first battle against Rat. Let's go round and round, pal.
The Southern Division. They're here already?
Calm down. It's not that big of a problem. Our plan's already been initiated. We must stop them, or else it will come to naught. Nothing will change. Everything will remain the same. This is for our future. I'll leave this place to you. Buy as much time as possible.
So as you can tell, the stakes are already super duper high. But,
Alright, come on, you dogs! Get out of our way!
And here's our first combat. And I'm going to interrupt, just so I can kind of explain what is going to go on here. So like I said, 3 rows, 3 different attacks for each unit, so depending on where they are, they're going to be better suited. You can sneak up behind other enemy units and encounter them, and they can do the same to you, so that you can be out of formation. You don't directly control any of the actions your units take. You don't give them individual commands. You give them an overall battle strategy. And generally speaking, the best one possible is attack leader. Because if you kill the leader of an enemy unit, they basically just start wandering around and are helpless. So if your enemy, or if your unit's leader dies and it's not your main character, you can switch to another person who's at least 1 class above fighter or Amazon. The computer doesn't do that for some reason. It's one fix I've always wanted to see, but attacking leader, best possible strat. You do this, you cripple the unit. Yeah, I've already won. Ooh. But yeah, they're doing some big damage. And yep, Hellhounds get 3 attacks. Brutal. But we won! Also, a thing that matters is what kind of units you end up battling and killing. So, for instance, I just killed a chaotic unit. Wizards generally are. Alright, Mulsuck. So, whenever you capture a stronghold or a town, it will either say captured or liberated. Liberated means, yay, you have the right alignment. The people are stoked that you're here. Captured is, you're a bad person. No. Alright, oh, what'd you find, Dio? Oh, that's actually kind of glad you took that route now.
Bordeaux has been liberated, sir.
Thank you, James. So another thing, you see that little flag down there underneath autonomous? That is the stamina of the unit. So yeah, your units can only march for so long before they have to rest, and as they get more and more tired, their stats get worse and worse. So you want to have well-rested units. So I'm going to let James sit here at least until Dio gets back. Alright. Yeah, and as you can see, Rat's unit is just flipping out in the woods there. They don't know what to do. Oh, Dio's going to go into the woods and then come down to the stronghold. Very good. I'm going to change your orders, bud. Why don't you just head straight for that stronghold, pal? Alright. Let's check out her unit. So we got Sephora. It's just her and a Griffin. Let's have Kelly take the initiative on this one. So, when you're moving your units, you can also just target units so they will just continuously follow them and track them down. So yeah, I'm going to try and get Kelly's unit as much XP as possible so we can get some more soldiers. Oh, crap. I already messed up. Forgot to change their battle strat. Oh, it's okay. Oh, thank God. So the witch, they cast, but they only cast status effect magic, and poison is, like, practically useless, which is good news for us. You really want that slumber. So yeah, and when you defeat an enemy unit, it pushes them, like, far away in whatever direction I believe the two units encountered. It just pushes them back. So yeah, you can see Kelly's about to go get that witch unit. Drake here. Actually, I didn't even check what kind of magic Rachel has. I hope it's not poison. Slumber Mist. Oh yeah, you guys are screwed. Yeah, why don't you take on these dorks? And then I'll go do cleanup on Rat's unit. Make sure I still got the, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you guys are going down. Yeah, and as you can see, just because you say attack leader doesn't mean they're always going to. It depends on where they're aligned on the grid, too. So, like, these guys on the left, the little soldiers, they just couldn't attack her because of her location. It's a lot of random chance, but it's one of those things that it becomes rewarding when you kind of, crack the code on it, and you're like, oh, they're doing almost exactly what I want them to. James is well rested now, though, so. Oh, and we got a barbarian over there. Or, I forget if they're barbarians or what. What are you guys called? You guys Vikings? Berserker. Alright, ooh, Rachel's first combat. Let me go ahead and, make sure. Yep, there we go. Oh, yeah. Get wrecked. Oh, you're done. So, yeah, essentially all Rachel's doing is just taking one of their turns away. Great. Yeah, you don't get a second turn. Yep. So, we win? Yay! Good job. Yeah, so winning these encounters is kind of a weird thing too, where it's like, I don't think it's set in stone. It's like you can still kill the enemy leader and lose. I forget if it depends on HP or what metric really. But, you know, generally if you do the most damage and kill the most units, you win. So that's the strat. Believe it or not, in this in this medieval fantasy strategy game, killing the other army is really the key to victory. Yeah, that slumber is super useful. I believe the other two are what? Paralysis and actually I forget what the wind one is. Because fire is paralysis for some reason. Oh, I meant to get our boy James moving here. Make sure he gets some fighting in too. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to have me not because I don't have any soldiers in my unit. So I'm just gonna flex on him. And now that James is facing him, he'll be able to target him. Alright, here we go. Oh, he found something before the battle even started. Ooh, Altar of Resurrection. That's always useful. Alright. Prepare to get destroyed. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to set it to attack leader. Just because. I think we might get this Hellhound. Yay! Good job, dudes. That's what you like to see. Hey, Dio. Why don't you go to the stronghold? Oh, man. Yeah, that chase is way up in the mountains. Ah, they got back attack. Nice. Yeah, you guys are big screwed. Oh, no. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting any promotions on this episode, more than likely. We defeated them, now what? Why don't you just go back to the stronghold and rest up? Oh, heck yeah. Rachel's hot on the trail, out here in the desert. Killing this griffin. Oh, crit. Nice. Alright. Good job, team. Everyone's doing so good so far. Wait, there's something here. Iron Claw. Nice. Alright. And, yep, James is going to take down this guy. Done. Wait, there's something here. Ah, Hachigane. I believe we just need cloth armor, and then we can make ninjas if they meet the other requirements. So yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, this is very much a tutorial level. There is not much of a challenge here at all. I'm gonna go ahead and just get me in position to go fight the boss. Yeah, this is definitely not indicative of how difficult the game gets from here on out. Definitely gets much more challenging. Good job, team, though. We got the mine surrounded. Now go take over Yukadan. They have a fairly low morale. I actually think Dio generally starts off as a slightly chaotic. So he'll be perfect. I just realized the audio has been really low this entire time. So I turned that up. You guys have missed out on some sick music that you could probably barely hear over my voice. Hopefully that's a little better. It might actually be a little loud. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Yay, you still won. I wasn't even paying attention to the battle. I was just concerned about my audio. Dio could have died. Alright, but he captured. Very nice. Let's go get this guy. He's gonna try and go back, fight out with Dio, but let's catch him in a sandwich. Yeah, that's right, coward. Yeah, and you don't really get a bunch of opportunities for, like, grinding or anything in this game outside of the actual missions. So it's really important that when you're in the missions to try and clean house. You can, like, explore areas after you've completed missions there, and you can encounter, like, wild animals, and there's some training available, but the bulk of it needs to come from the actual missions. Oh yeah, take that, puppy. Yeah, you don't get that turn either. He gets one more, though. Oh, no! Pogo's just pacing around right now. She's like, there's so much stuff on the desk. Can I knock any of it over? Please? Alright, let's take down this puppy. Done! Yeah, we're not going to get any new soldiers on this episode, unfortunately, but next mission for sure. Ah, there's something here. Leather armor. Alright. Alright, guys, it is time to close this out. Let's go capture the main target. Ah, here we go. Stabilo. I accept your challenge.
You've come this far, but you won't get any farther. I will defeat you at all costs.
You were controlling the beasts? Why are you doing this? What are you doing?
It won't do either of us good if I tell you. What are you going to do? You haven't the slightest idea of what we must endure. You want to know why we do this? Freedom.
I like freedom, though. I even said so in my ceremony.
Yes, for freedom. That's it. Nothing else. Now prepare.
Alright. Let's duke it out. Alright. I think we can take him. Yeah, we got him.
Ugh. Brutality.
You're done. Good job. Awesome. All right. Congratulations. Ah, we got the Francisca and more soldiers and some bonus. Oh, the money in this game is called Goth, which I've always really enjoyed. All right, let's watch this cutscene before we call an episode, guys. What are you planning?
We gotta head back, Cal. Sounds like the prince has been attacked. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? What? You ask what's so funny. Your foolishness just cracks me up. What do you mean by that? Do I have to explain everything? We were a decoy. Our true goal is revolution. We will destroy the royal family and the nobles and bring changes to this kingdom. We were ordered to get your attention. I didn't expect to dispatch rookies like you, but it's too late. We'll raise the flag of revolution on Prince Yumel's grave.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Cal, wait. Where are you going, huh?
Let's go rescue the prince.
By ourselves? Are you out of your mind?
Where exactly is Prince Yumel? How big is the enemy force? We have no information whatsoever. What are we supposed to do, huh, Cal?
Besides, how are we going to contact the main regiment?
Control yourself, dear meads.
It's too late to join the main regiment. And besides the decoy, the enemy's force shouldn't be that large. Since we're closest, we must rescue the prince. The troops trained nearby are also heading this way. Cal, take command and rescue the prince. I think it's best that you rescue him.
Eh?
I'll head for the main regiment and give my report. But first, we should go to where Prince Yumel was attacked. It's difficult to devise a decent plan in this kind of situation, but I can at least give you some advice.
Starting to get a real Connery slur going. Alright, guys. That is the first episode of Ogre Battle 64. I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, if you would like me to name a unit after you, feel free to comment down below. Obviously, I cut out a lot of the dead time. If there's something you'd like me to do in the dead time, like talk about something either Ogre Battle related or not, video game related or not, let me know as well down in the comments. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Kyle, apparently, and I will see you next time.